ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Well, Roundtable family, hi everybody listening to us on the Broadway Podcast Network or watching us on Broadway World. I know this man's face. I've seen it. I've seen that face on television, on film, right there on your face. Oh, now it's a whole different face. Look, he's an improv master. Rob, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Robert. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You are in the break room of a sixth grade classroom in Detroit, Michigan, which is where all of your junket interviews take place, don't they, Rob?
Wait a second. I'm in a Detroit classroom right now with you.
You are. I mean, there's no kids here. So
Why is it so quiet?
because there are no kids here. But if you were here a half hour ago in sixth grade English, you would have seen a whole lot of, it would have been perfect for your next film.
Are you a teacher?
And then I get to talk to famous, amazing people like you.
Oh my God. What you're doing is so much more important than what I'm doing. Why are we doing this? Let's teach your class.
Well, you could come back and teach my class. They need all the help. They need Jesus and Moses and Kim Kardashian and whoever else is out there to save us.
Oh my God. I love that you're a teacher. That is so awesome. Okay, let's keep going.
But when I talk to people like you, the work that you do, no joke at all. But the work, if it's Bob's Burgers, who I have to admit, Rob, I never saw the show until my fiance Darius this weekend put it on, and I said, "What the hell is this?"
Darius has better taste in animation than you do, Robert. What have you? Shout out to Darius. Shout out to Darius for watching Bob's Burgers. Super funny show. I love it when they call me to do stuff.
Well, it was a nice interview with you, Rob. Thank you for being here. Good luck with your career. And all of the work. So we're watching you because we've seen you on I Love You Man or on Arrested Development or 30 Rock or The Office. We've seen your work and films as well, like Keanu with the little cat and the whole
You might be more familiar with my GIF of me throwing glitter. Everyone knows my GIF of me in my 70s suit throwing glitter into the air, and that will be the thing that defines my career. That little GIF.
Well, before we talk about this film, which is amazing, is that a buyout? Do you get paid every time I send it to someone, Rob?
Oh, Robert, you really don't understand how the entertainment industry works, do you? No, the entertainment industry works in a way where you don't get paid for a lot of things. Gifts. If I made money off that gift, can you imagine? I wouldn't be talking to you from my garage. I would be talking to you from my swimming pool.
You wouldn't be talking to me at all. Let's be no shade.
That's right. I would be in my helicopter flying over you.
Which is why you have to work, which is why you say yes to great pieces of work like All Happy Families, which is a screening coming to Chicago in October and is coming. Now, you have an amazing crew and cast, and it's about brothers. And I have only one brother, so I relate, and I could only imagine what would happen if we got together for a weekend with my parents. What attracted you to this film?
Yeah, well, this movie to me is the kind of project that is really meaningful in a way that like it explores kind of the messiness and the ugliness of what it is to be in a family, this movie kind of rips the veneer off of like what it looks like to be in like a perfect little family, And I know that in my life, the way I present to my family and the self that you show your parents and my brothers is different than the way I am with my friends and my coworkers and stuff like that. So, this movie kind of explores that. This family gets together for a weekend in Chicago to fix up their house to get it ready to rent out. And my brother, Josh Radnor, is not a very successful actor in this movie. I am a hugely successful Hollywood star in this movie, which was a real stretch for me. And Josh is just this struggling actor that hasn't had any success and has no confidence and not much going for him. And so we all get together for this weekend and the gloves come off right away. And it is messy and it's funny and it's the way people really talk. And I love that about this movie.
Well, Josh Radnor is quite the comedic superstar, as are you, Rob, and is this incredible cast of characters that you have. And the film is on demand and digital and in theaters October 18th. So it's who's supposed to see? Am I supposed to take my brother and buy him a bucket of popcorn and see this? Is it a date movie? Is it who's going?
This movie is for you and Darius. I don't care. I already like Darius. I'm a big fan of Darius, and I don't know why he's not on this podcast right now. Where is Darius, by the way?
Darius is managing a bank right now on the east side of Detroit. He manages for the Chase. So if you ever
Tell Darius that we're here on your podcast doing a commercial for Chase Bank. Unbelievable. Darius, get over here.
I'm going to throw some glitter in the air with you right now. That's what this is all about, Rob.
Yeah, I think you and Darius, if you go to this movie, this is a fun movie to, it will stir up a lot of conversations about families, about arguments, but a lot of funny stuff going on too. This movie explores a bunch of different themes. I would say that the star of this movie is neither myself nor Josh Radnor, but really is Becky Ann Baker. Becky Ann Baker plays our mom in this movie, and John Ashton plays our dad. John just passed away, as you know, in real life. And so what a great guy. And I was so lucky, and Josh, I know, feels the same way. And Harula, who directed this movie, Harula Rose, put us all together. And we were so lucky to have John in the movie. This is one of his last movies. And I grew up watching him do Beverly Hills Cop and Midnight Run and all these great movies where he got to play these kind of salty, old, gritty, gruff guys. And that's sort of the way he seems to me in real life. And so, but the movie to me is about Becky's character. Becky is our mom. And Becky's kind of surrounded by all of these versions of masculinity. There's different versions of masculinity in this movie that are causing a lot of problems. And without giving too much away, over this weekend in Chicago, the family's kind of thrown together and they kind of have to deal with each other and kind of the ugliness of each other. And Becky kind of decides to make a clean break for it at the end of this movie. She decides, like, I don't know about this marriage anymore. I don't know about this person I'm in partnership with. I'm not so sure about my sons either, you know? So you kind of see Becky reacting to all of these versions of masculinity and making a big decision for herself, which I think is really fun to watch.
Well, you know Becky, everybody, if you're watching, because you've seen her on Ted Lasso and you've seen her on Freaks and Geeks and you've seen her on, I don't know, a whole bunch of everything.
Isn't she the best? She's just so great. And I know Josh feels the same way. We were just lucky to have both of them play our parents. To me, it was like going to acting school, getting to watch the two of them. And yeah, we're really lucky to have them in the movie.
Nothing makes me happier than a movie that's 90 minutes. You can go, you can get a drink, a Diet Coke, you could get a bucket of popcorn and a candy. You can go on a Friday night starting the 18th. You could see it or watch it at home.
What is this, a commercial for Diet Coke? Robert, if we're going to plug one company, we're going to plug Darius's company, Chase Bank in downtown Detroit. Where is it? On the east side of Detroit?
East side of Detroit.
The east side of Detroit. Everybody get over to Chase Bank and open an account with Darius today.
Rob, do you still go on the road? Do you still do stand-up and improv? And
I do. I'm doing a lot of shows with an improv group that I perform with here in LA. We're going to the East Coast. We just did Chicago a few months ago, and we did Portland and Seattle, but we're going to Boston and Washington and a bunch of East Coast cities soon. So that's sort of where I came from. I came from the improv world. And I'm very lucky to perform with guys like Paul Scheer and Rob Riggle, Nicole Byer, Mary Holland, people like that. And so we're going on the road and doing some more comedy. That's where I come from, and I will improvise until the day I die. So,
well, you got to follow him on the Instagram. If you can't see it, it automatically blurred it out like it's something inappropriate.
Wow, look at that.
I can't show it to you because the child safety locks are on it, and that's what Rob's all about. But
Listen, I'm all about child safety locks, but yeah, you can find me at Rob Huebel on all the things.
there you go. And when you come to Detroit, you sold one ticket to Darius. I'm not coming to see you, but
Listen, Robert, you can stay home and Darius will just tell you what happened in the improv world, which is the best way to watch improv, right? It's always best to hear about improv from your friends. No, that's the worst way. The improv stories about improv never translate. It's never funny. I'll go and have like the most fun show and I'll come home and I'll tell my wife and she's like, yeah, 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 yeah. Sounds great.
and
Sounds
here's
like
the,
it was a real blast.
I can hear you. I was in Poughkeepsie and someone yelled polar bear, and no one gets it, Rob.
No one gets it. You got to be there. You got to
But
go
you know
out
what
and see some live comedy.
you can get the movie and you can see that with your family and you can be a part of it. So make sure, starting the 18th, All Happy Families, an incredible cast, an incredible story. Perfect to get you ready for your family to annoy you this holiday, for sure.
Thank you, Robert. I always enjoy talking about this movie, and I love talking to you. And special shout out to Darius, who couldn't be with us today because he's doing God's work, taking all the money and storing it safely at the bank.
Well, I'm a teacher, so I have none. So that's a fact. I'll see you all. Thank you so much for being. Until next time.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank